We have arrived in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is our first major stop since we left Milwaukee. And the reason we're stopping here is, well, we hear there's a lot of cool things happening, but also our friend Cindy lives here now. So we're on our way to visit her, and she's going to be our personal tour guide of the city. A lot of fun things she's got planned. I'm excited. I'm excited to see her too. Let's go. Cindy showed us a number of places that Sioux Falls is well known for, like the Cathedral of St. Joseph. It is absolutely beautiful.
It's very heavy. It's a real door.
In 1881, the first parish in Sioux Falls was a wood structure that eventually burned down. And it wasn't until 1915 when the construction got underway for this new cathedral. Over the years from 1935 on, many things were added or improved, like these French stenciled stained glass and full interior color. This marble altar and this pipe organ, and really so much more. I felt like we were back in France as we were walking through this. There he goes, water off, as always.
I'm unbelievably excited today. Yeah, we're going to some place that only 4,000 RVers have videotaped, and that's going to the Corn Palace. But you know, sometimes when you're with fun people, you want to do fun, goofy, touristy things. So let's have the Mark and Sue and Cindy, our Journey in Myles take on the Corn Palace.
Oh boy.
Roll the intro.
Oh boy.
But when we were doing research in the area here, you know, as I get older, my hearing isn't that good. And when Sue said she wanted to go to this place, I told her, I said, we can't go here. Jim is a family channel. And she said, well, what do you mean? And I said, we can't go to the Porn Palace. And she said, no, it's not the Porn Palace. It's the Corn Palace.
Oh my God.
And then I said, okay, we can go. So trust me, I'm in charge of keeping the standards of the channel extremely high.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stop for the sign here.
Excellent. Actually, I'm the one editing out the stuff, not family friendly.
Oh, okay.
Let's clarify that
Right.
too.
So Cindy was one half of the wonderful traveling duo that we traveled with off and on, different places. Met them many years ago, like 2018 or something, in Minot, South Dakota. And life changes has brought Cindy to buy a place somewhere here in South Dakota that we're visiting. And she has since put her rig up for sale, sold her truck. She's going to concentrate on doing some serious nesting and getting her place all squared away here. But she assures us that she is going to be buying a Class C. So we will get another perspective of RV traveling from her as soon as she gets settled here and gets her next rig.
I don't know why I thought the Corn Palace would be out in the field, not in the city.
No. I don't remember it being quite this in the middle of town.
Yeah.
But the town obviously has been here for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, they're fixing it. Doing something.
Well, they're constantly building and changing, and the art. I think the art is just that's cool.
Oh, it's all corn.
It's corn. That's why they call it the Corn Palace.
Yeah.
And then they change it, like I said, circus theme this year. Oh. Corn Palace parking. We're gonna go this way because this makes sense to keep going down the road.
You're here, Mark. Excited?
I'm excited. I got some questions I'm going to ask the people that own this place if they're doing well financially. Otherwise, I've got some ideas for them. Yeah, I mean, they could, like, if they need financial help, they could sell the place to Jiffy Pop. You know?
Medical. That's right, walk away.
You know, the posts are corn.
It smells like corn in here.
I'm thinking, is the building on fire? It smells like popcorn.
We were told that if we go up into the auditorium, they show a video that talks about the history of the Corn Palace. What? What is this, a gift shop?
Maybe there's a smaller auditorium.
The video is actually shown on this big screen up here.
In early June, the border trim of rye and dock is removed from the building. The new dock, usually available in mid-June.
Ah, there's Sue up there, capturing the magic for the OJim channel, working tirelessly to have quality content for our viewers. So, like many things that a person is uneducated on and you make fun of, I've always kind of made fun of the Corn Palace. Unbelievable. We watched that video that was on that Jumbotron there, and it was only about a 15-minute video. And by the time they were done explaining the importance of this palace for this town, when this place was built, when was it built, honey? In
1892.
1892, and it put the city of Mitchell on the map, and it put them in contention to become the capital of South Dakota, but it did not become the capital. But then there was the really successful event of the Corn Palace every year. But we learned that this art made from corn is completely stripped off the buildings every year. And this is 1985, and this is 1986, and this was 1987. And every year they redo it, and right now we're filming this in about July 24th of 2022. And we're actually here right when they're kind of ripping down and putting some of the trim work in, and they're probably the corn isn't going to go in until August. But we're going to go down to the 1970 picture, and unbelievable, I'm in the photo.
What?
Come on, let's check it out. Once again, many times, Sue doesn't believe me on a lot of things I say, but you know, I have a close association with the OJim subscribers and viewers, so they know in 1970 I visited the Corn Palace, and if you look real close, you zoom in here, honey, you can see that I'm in that crowd there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
You see the really handsome person? Really buff and handsome?
I'm still looking.
Yeah, that's not me.
It's not you.
The guy was talking
I
about
thought it was the guy with no shirt showing your butt.
So when you're younger, a lot of times the toys you play with can determine what you end up being. And one of the toys that I played with the most was the erector set, and wouldn't you know it, I ended up being a mechanical engineer. And I did have some doctor equipment, and maybe I could have been a doctor, but I wasn't smart enough here. But if they would have had stuff like this, I'm pretty sure I would have ended up working at Newmar. And especially, I would have tried to make this come true, because this is a pretty great idea. Especially when your refrigerator goes out and you need a new one, and you don't have to come through the windshield and add another $4,000 to repair. You just open up the side and put the old refrigerator in there, and you just got to do a little work engineering the seals. Pretty sure I could do that. So Newmar, if you need somebody to figure this out, give me a call.
The history and all of the Corn Palace really was pretty interesting, but as an artist, I really enjoyed looking at what they did with all the different colored corn to actually make pictures. And then there's another thing you might want to check out as you're heading back to Sioux Falls on I-80. You're going to pass the Porter Sculpture Park. We stayed there as a harvest host one time, and it really was cool. Check out the video. Adventure day today. We are in Sioux Falls, still visiting Cindy. Mark's ready.
It's July 28th.
July 28th. Can you tell what we're doing by our shirts? So we're heading into Sioux Falls, and there's supposed to be a really nice trail. It's a loop, and it goes almost 30 miles, and it has a lot of different trails and pathways that connect up with it. So we're going to head in there today. It's a beautiful day, low 70s, and we're going to actually ride by the falls. So that should be really cool. Should be beautiful. All right. As always, we come back because we forget things. We actually forgot our batteries for the bikes.
Is that important?
That that would have ended the whole trip.
Here, let me help you, Sue. I'll lock the door.
Can you lock the door for me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And you can see from this map from Trail Links that it really is a loop and there are a lot of places to park. We decided to start here because it actually was closest to where the RV is.
What are you doing, Sue?
Filling up with air.
Wow, where'd you get that nice
I know, it
air
is
pump?
nice. It is nice. Paul told us about this.
Oh yeah, Pat
What is
and
it?
Paul.
M12, what is it? Oh, Milwaukee,
Yeah.
duh. No wonder it's so
that's
great.
The battery. We bought the giant battery. This is actually in the biking section of our Amazon store. We absolutely love this thing. We love our Vi-Air, but we need the Vi-Air for the motorhome
Right.
because it takes such high pressure and it takes so long to fill that much volume. But this thing is the cat's pajamas for these quick jobs. And we all know how useful cat's pajamas are.
And as you can see, this is a really nice bike trail. Most of the trail is either blacktop or concrete, and it goes through a lot of really beautiful areas, really nice parks. But when we got more into the downtown, I just want to say bravo to whoever designed this area. It is really beautiful. All right, here we are. Part of the bike ride is right by the falls, namesake of the city. This is really pretty here. Right, we just locked up the bikes and we are now going to go down and check out the falls. Look at that. Wow. Ready?
Here's the turbine building, but this is the wow factor. Once again, you're doing the right thing in your RV journeys when you gotta say wow. This is why it's called Sioux Falls, city of Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
And right here by the falls is the Falls Overlook Cafe. You should check that out. So here we stopped and had our sandwich. Of course, we went inside and got ice cream. But you can see what a view. This is called the Falls Overlook Cafe. They have all kinds of sandwiches, wraps, and of course ice cream because it's run by the Stensland Dairy Farm. Greenway Trail System. We're now at Falls Park. You can see Mark way over there. And yeah, there's actually a couple of RVs parked over there. Oh wow. And we continued our ride. And as you can see from the Map My Ride app, we did a little over 22 miles. And that was a great ride. And now on to Wild Prairie Winery. And there are plenty of places if you want to do some beer tasting or wine tasting, but we decided to come to this one because it's Sunday and they had live music outdoors. One of the things we love to do is check out museums. So of course we went to the old courthouse museum. Check out the brickwork. It's of native Sioux quartzite stone, a popular local building material from the late 19th century, and you're going to see that all over the historic area.
Our tour guide, Cindy. What the heck? Don't you guys want me to come along?
This beautifully restored 1800s quartzite building has 3 floors filled with regional exhibits, which are just fascinating to look at and how the city evolved. The building did go through a lot of changes over the years, with ceilings dropped and rooms divided up, but eventually they brought it all back to its original look, including the courtroom. How's this for a dance hall?
You know, this is all for.
What's this all for? One of the things we're doing is checking out a lot of different places to eat, and here we are outside waiting for our table. And it's Saturday morning, and we decided we wanted to try the Phillips Avenue Diner.
I like shirts with logos and stuff on the back. Alright, we're ready on the list. We're just looking at the shirt. What the boss is. Yep, sounds good. Do you think I should go with the blade or with the black? This is the back. The front is a logo and the back is a splash like that. Exactly like I like it.
As you can see, it's a 1950s style diner. Pretty cool.
90s are really cool. Yeah.
And all of the places that Cindy took us were really good. This next stop is the Bread and Circus Kitchen. They had some really good sandwiches, but they also had some interesting beers. Another place we went to was the
CH Pâtisserie.
And I wasn't even going to try to make it sound that good, so.
CH Pâtisserie.
It was really nice if you're looking for French pastry, but I have to say it was a bit expensive. And another stop we went to was the Remedy Brewing Company. It was a hot day up in the 90s, so it was a really nice break to get into air conditioning and sit down with a nice cold beer. All right, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah. So this is where Cindy has her pub theology class or gathering. Mark's having a pina colada beer. Believe it or not, it tastes like a pina colada.
Does it really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not a big beer fan. I'll give you a rating. Definitely has that pina colada
Absolutely.
flavor.
Uh-huh. Put a little bit of half and half in there, and it's a pina colada.
It is. Okay, change of plans. We're not doing Tap House. We're going to All Day Cafe, which is one of Cindy's favorite cafes. But unfortunately, the wait was too long. So we did end up at the Tap House, and we did go back to the All Day Cafe another time, and I can see why it was her favorite. And the Tap House actually turned out to be a really good find too. I would have to say my favorite place for breakfast was MB Haskett downtown. It's in an old building, and it was really interesting to see how they held on to a lot of the things from the past, like this ceiling fan.
I like it.
What would be really cool is if they had horses.
Look at him studying it. And truly, I thought this was the best restaurant we hit for the food and the selection. And these are just a few of the places that we hit that were really great. Last spot I want to show is Look's Marketplace. Lots of really good, healthy food, and then beyond is where you can actually sit down and enjoy. These are just a few places that we hit with our tour guide, Cindy. We've actually got a couple other videos that will be separate, one actually being a harvest host. And I want to thank you guys again for joining us on our journey, and we'll see you next time.